Hey everybody, it's Angelic Cipher again with the CV's Deciphered. And today we're continuing on the 2-point commander skills. We're going to be talking about Secondary Armament Expert. Everybody hears secondaries and they think, okay, the secondary batteries that fire off battleships or occasionally cruisers, what have you. The secondary armament does more than just those secondary guns, because it does help the secondary batteries, but it also helps your AA and your depth charges. All three of these are considered secondaries as far as this skill is concerned. So it buffs by 10% for the reload time on the battery. It buffs your continuous AA damage by 10%, buffs the flak damage by 10%, which is huge, and then also increases the depth charge damage by 10%. When you figure the ASW is as accurate as it is for CVs, this can be absolutely brutal. So when you plug this in, let me show you what it changes. So the secondary battery, if you look there, the reload time's going to drop by, in this case, 0.7 seconds. This is obviously going to vary from ship to ship. Not every aircraft carrier has secondary batteries, so this line would essentially become useless on the ones that don't. But it would still buff everything else. For instance, if you look at the depth charges themselves down at the bottom, it increases the damage by 490 per bomb, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 10% is 10%, and given the fact that subs are basically paper thin as it is, any extra damage is that much more fun. Now, as far as what it does to AA, continuous damage is going to go up for the in this case by 15 for the long range AA and 33 for the medium range AA. So it's buffing the overall continuous damage by 35 points, depending on range. And then the flak explosions go up by an extra 162 damage. So, which again doesn't sound like a lot, but it helps. So this is one of those skills that's sometimes a throwaway skill. It's not used very often, unless you're doing like a secondary meme build on usually like a German carrier or something like that. It's not one that a lot of people spend the points on. But if you decide you want to play with the meme build or whatnot, have a little bit of fun with it, this could be an interesting skill, especially when you double up with some of the other secondary enhancements that are also available. Anyway, I hope this helps. Feel free to leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Come visit me on Discord or Twitch. I'm Angelic Cipher, and this is CV's Deciphered.